Welcome to Certification Terminal. In this series of video, we are going to discuss a couple of ITIL question and answers. Let's dive in. What term do service providers employ to describe the person or group responsible for defining and endorsing their service metrics? Option A, supplier. Option B, administrator. Option C, user. Option D, customer. The correct answer is Option D, customer. In the context of service provision, the term customer is commonly used to describe the person or group responsible for defining and endorsing service metrics. Option A, supplier, is incorrect. A supplier typically refers to the entity that provides goods or services to another organization. While suppliers may have agreements and contracts with service providers, they are not typically responsible for defining or endorsing service metrics. Option B, administrator, is incorrect. An administrator is someone who manages or oversees a system, organization, or process. While administrators may have a role in implementing service metrics, they are not necessarily the ones responsible for defining or endorsing them. Option C, user, is incorrect. Users are individuals or groups who utilize a service or product. While their feedback and usage patterns may influence service metrics, they are not typically the ones responsible for defining or endorsing them. Users are more directly involved in utilizing the services rather than defining the metrics themselves. Next question. Which scenario commonly mandates the establishment of a team with participation from numerous stakeholder groups? Option A, authorizing an emergency change. Option B, fulfilling a service request. Option C, logging a new problem. Option D, investigating a major incident. The correct answer is Option D, investigating a major incident. Investigating a major incident commonly mandates the establishment of a team with participation from numerous stakeholder groups for several reasons. Major incidents often involve complex systems or processes that require input from various stakeholders to fully understand the causes and implications of the incident. Major incidents can have significant impacts on multiple aspects of an organization, including operations, finances, reputation, and even legal matters. Resolving a major incident may require collaboration across different departments or teams within an organization, each with its own set of stakeholders. In the aftermath of a major incident, there is often a need to assign accountability and responsibility for what happened. Option A, authorizing an emergency change, is incorrect. While authorizing an emergency change may involve multiple stakeholders, it typically doesn't require the same level of cross-functional collaboration as investigating a major incident. Emergency changes are usually more focused and time-sensitive. Option B, fulfilling a service request, is incorrect. Fulfilling a service request may involve coordination between different departments or teams, but it doesn't necessarily require the involvement of representatives from numerous stakeholder groups. Service requests are often more routine and straightforward compared to major incidents. Option C, logging a new problem, is incorrect. Logging a new problem may initiate a process that involves multiple stakeholders, but it doesn't inherently require the establishment of a team with participation from numerous stakeholder groups. It's usually a preliminary step in identifying and resolving issues, which may involve broader collaboration later on, depending on the nature and severity of the problem. Next question. Which option, as defined in ITIL, aids in supporting the holistic approach to service management? Option A, 4 dimensions model. Option B, service model. Option C, external factors model. Option D, 2 dimensions model. The correct answer is Option A, 4 dimensions model. The 4 dimensions model is a fundamental concept in ITIL that aids in supporting the holistic approach to service management. It encompasses 4 key dimensions: organizations and people, information and technology, partners and suppliers, and value streams and processes. These dimensions provide a comprehensive framework for considering all aspects involved in delivering services effectively and efficiently. Option B, service model, is incorrect. While the service model is an important aspect of ITIL, it doesn't directly address the holistic approach to service management as comprehensively as the four dimensions model. The service model primarily focuses on defining services, service levels, and service offerings. Option C, external factors model, is incorrect. There is no specific concept known as the external factors model in ITIL. While external factors are certainly considered in service management, they are typically addressed within the context of the four dimensions model, rather than as a separate model. Option D, two dimensions model, is incorrect. Similar to option C, there is no concept known as the two dimensions model in ITIL. The four dimensions model expands beyond just two dimensions to provide a more comprehensive view of service management. Next question. Which dimension in service management involves both activities and workflows? Option A, organizations and people. Option B, information and technology. Option C, partners and suppliers. Option D, value streams and processes. The correct answer is Option D, value streams and processes. The dimension in service management that involves both activities and workflows is value streams and processes. This dimension focuses on how value is delivered to customers through the effective design, implementation, and improvement of processes and workflows within the organization. Option A, organizations and people, is incorrect. While this dimension deals with the human aspect of service management, such as roles, responsibilities, and organizational structure, it doesn't directly involve activities and workflows. Option B, information and technology, is incorrect. This dimension primarily concerns the technology and information aspects of service management, including the tools, systems, data, and knowledge necessary to deliver services. It may involve workflows related to information management, but it doesn't encompass all activities and workflows within service management. Option C, partners and suppliers, is incorrect. This dimension focuses on the external relationships and collaborations with partners, suppliers, and other third parties involved in service delivery. While partnerships may involve joint activities and workflows, this dimension doesn't specifically encompass internal processes and workflows within the organization. Next question. Which element is not included in the service value system? Option A, the four dimensions of service management. Option B, the guiding principles. Option C, governance. Option D, practices. The correct answer is Option A, the four dimensions of service management. In the context of ITIL 4, the service value system comprises several components, including the guiding principles, governance, and practices. These elements work together to enable organizations to create value for their stakeholders through effective service management. However, the four dimensions of service management are not part of the service value system itself. Rather, they provide a framework for considering different aspects of service management within the SVS. Option B, the guiding principles, is incorrect. The guiding principles are indeed included in the service value system. They provide organizations with general guidelines and recommendations for making decisions and taking actions that align with their goals and values. Option C, governance, is incorrect. Governance, which involves defining and enforcing policies, procedures, and decision-making processes, is an integral part of the service value system. It ensures that services are managed effectively and in alignment with organizational objectives. Option D, practices, is incorrect. Practices, referring to the specific activities, methods, and techniques used to perform service management functions, are also included in the service value system. They provide organizations with concrete approaches for delivering value to their stakeholders. Next question. In what way the ITIL guiding principle focus on value, benefit an organization? Option A, by promoting unhealthy competition within the organization. Option B, by excluding customer satisfaction from the organization's goals. Option C, by aligning the organization's services and products with customer needs. Option D, by helping the organization focus on financial gains only. The correct answer is Option C, by aligning the organization's services and products with customer needs. The ITIL guiding principle, focus on value, is about ensuring that the services and products provided by an organization align with the needs and expectations of its customers. By prioritizing customer value, organizations can enhance customer satisfaction, loyalty, and retention, ultimately leading to long-term success. Option A is incorrect. This option contradicts the essence of the guiding principle. Focus on value encourages organizations to work collaboratively towards delivering value to customers rather than fostering internal competition. Option B is incorrect. Focus on value emphasizes the importance of customer satisfaction and ensuring that services and products meet customer needs. Option D is incorrect. While financial gains may be a result of delivering value to customers, the focus on value principle is broader than just financial objectives. It encompasses delivering quality services and products that meet customer needs and provide value beyond just financial considerations. Next question. In IT service management, what refers to any element that needs to be controlled for an IT service to function? Option A, an incident. Option B, an IT asset. Option C, a configuration item. Option D, a service request. The correct answer is Option C, a configuration item. In IT service management, a configuration item refers to any element that needs to be controlled for an IT service to function properly. Configuration items can include hardware, software, documentation, personnel, and other components that are necessary for delivering IT services. Managing configuration items involves controlling changes, maintaining accurate records, and ensuring that configurations are aligned with business requirements and service levels. Option A, an incident, is incorrect. An incident refers to any event that causes, or may cause, an interruption or reduction in the quality of an IT service. Incidents are managed through the incident management process, but they are not the elements that need to be controlled for an IT service to function. Option B, an IT asset, is incorrect. An IT asset refers to any valuable component or resource within an organization's IT infrastructure. While IT assets may need to be managed and controlled, they are not synonymous with configuration items. Configuration items are a specific subset of IT assets that are directly related to the delivery of IT services. Option D, a service request, is incorrect. A service request is a formal request from a user for information, advice, a standard change, or access to a service. Service requests are typically managed through the service request management process. While service requests may involve the utilization of configuration items and other IT assets, they are not the elements that need to be controlled for an IT service to function. Next question. Among the choices provided, what represents a hierarchical arrangement commonly employed in knowledge management? Option A, data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. Option B, wisdom, information, data, and knowledge. Option C, knowledge, wisdom, information, and data. Option D, information, data, knowledge, and wisdom. The correct answer is Option A, data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. This hierarchical arrangement, often referred to as the DIKW hierarchy, is commonly employed in knowledge management. Data represents raw facts or observations that have not been organized or processed. Information represents data that has been organized, structured, and contextualized to provide meaning. Knowledge represents information that has been analyzed, interpreted, and synthesized to generate understanding or insights. Wisdom represents the application of knowledge and experience to make sound judgments and decisions. Option B, wisdom, information, data, and knowledge, is incorrect. This sequence is not typically used in knowledge management. It starts with wisdom, which represents the application of knowledge, rather than building up from raw data to wisdom. Option C, knowledge, wisdom, information, and data, is incorrect. This sequence also deviates from the typical DIKW hierarchy. It begins with knowledge and ends with data, which is the opposite of the standard progression. Option D, information, data, knowledge, and wisdom, is incorrect. This sequence starts with information, followed by data, which is inconsistent with the typical progression in knowledge management represents where data is the raw material from which information is derived. Next question. Which statement provides correct information regarding the service desk practice? Option A. It provides a link with stakeholders at strategic and tactical levels. Option B. It carries out change assessment and authorization. Option C. It investigates the cause of incidents. Option D. It needs a practical understanding of the business processes. The correct answer is Option D. It needs a practical understanding of the business processes. Understanding business processes is crucial for a service desk represents to effectively handle user requests. They need to know how IT services support different business functions represents and the impact of service disruptions. This knowledge helps them prioritize requests, provide accurate information, and escalate issues appropriately. Option A is incorrect. While a service desk can interact with stakeholders at various levels, its primary function isn't to provide a strategic link. It focuses on resolving user issues represents and fulfilling service requests. Option B is incorrect. Change assessment and authorization are typically handled by change management processes, not the service desk. The service desk might be involved in communicating changes to users, but not approving them. Option C is incorrect. Investigating the root cause of incidents can be part of the service desk's role, but it often involves escalating incidents to second or third line support teams with deeper technical expertise. Next question. Which dimension involves the understanding required for managing services effectively? Option A. Security protocols. Option B. Software development. Option C. Marketing strategy. Option D. Organizations and people. The correct answer is Option D. Organizations and people. The dimension of organizations and people is the one that involves the understanding required for managing services effectively. This dimension encompasses the human aspects of service management, including roles, responsibilities, skills, and organizational culture. Understanding the dynamics within an organization and among its people is crucial for successful service management, as it impacts how services are designed, delivered, and supported. Option A. Security protocols is incorrect. While security protocols are important for ensuring the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of services, they focus specifically on safeguarding data and systems against unauthorized access or threats. While understanding security protocols is essential within service management, it doesn't cover the broader understanding required for managing services effectively. Option B. Software development is incorrect. Software development involves the creation, testing, and maintenance of software applications, which is an important aspect of service delivery. However, it is not a dimension within service management itself. While knowledge of software development practices may be useful for managing certain types of services, it doesn't encompass the broader understanding required for managing services effectively across an organization. Option C. Marketing strategy is incorrect. Marketing strategy focuses on promoting products or services to attract customers and generate revenue. While marketing is important for driving demand and adoption of services, it is not a dimension within service management. Understanding marketing strategy may be relevant for specific aspects of service management, such as service promotion or customer engagement, but it doesn't cover the broader understanding required for managing services effectively within an organization's context. Next question. What approach supports the collaborative creation of value by aiding customers in accomplishing desired outcomes without assuming responsibility for specific costs and risks? Option A. An IT asset. Option B. Service management. Option C. Continual improvement. Option D. A service. The correct answer is Option D. A service. A service is the approach that supports the collaborative creation of value by aiding customers in accomplishing desired outcomes without assuming responsibility for specific costs and risks. In service-oriented approaches, customers can access and utilize services to achieve their objectives without being directly responsible for managing the underlying costs and risks associated with delivering those services. Option A. An IT asset is incorrect. An IT asset refers to a tangible or intangible resource owned or controlled by an organization for the purpose of delivering IT services. While IT assets are important components of service delivery, they are not the approach, specifically focused on supporting collaborative creation of value by customers without assuming responsibility for costs and risks. Option B, service management, is incorrect. Service management involves activities related to the design, implementation, delivery, and improvement of services to meet customer needs and create value. While service management plays a crucial role in enabling value creation, it encompasses a broader set of activities and practices than solely supporting collaborative value creation without assuming responsibility for costs and risks. Option C, continual improvement, is incorrect. Continual improvement is a fundamental principle in service management that emphasizes the ongoing enhancement of services, processes, and capabilities to drive better outcomes and increased value for customers. While continual improvement contributes to value creation, it is not the approach specifically focused on supporting collaborative value creation without assuming responsibility for costs and risks. Next question. What is an essential condition for ensuring the success of a service level agreement? Option A, it should be based on the service provider's view of the service. Option B, it should be simply written and easy to understand. Option C, it should be written in legal language. Option D, it should relate to simple operational metrics. The correct answer is Option B, it should be simply written and easy to understand. Ensuring that a service level agreement, SLA, is simply written and easy to understand is an essential condition for its success. SLAs are agreements between service providers and customers, outlining the level of service expected, and clear, comprehensible language is necessary for both parties to understand their rights and responsibilities. Complicated or ambiguous language can lead to misunderstandings and disputes, undermining the effectiveness of the SLA. Option A is incorrect. SLAs should be based on a mutual understanding between the service provider and the customer, not solely on the service provider's perspective. Effective SLAs consider the needs and expectations of both parties to ensure that the agreed-upon service levels are meaningful and achievable. Option C is incorrect. While SLAs may include legally binding elements, such as terms and conditions, they do not need to be written in complex legal language. In fact, overly legalistic language can make the SLA difficult to understand and may lead to confusion or misinterpretation. Option D is incorrect. While operational metrics are important components of SLAs, they are not the only consideration. A successful SLA should encompass a range of metrics that reflect the quality, availability, and performance of the service, tailored to the specific needs and priorities of the customer. Focusing solely on simple operational metrics may overlook other important aspects of service delivery and customer satisfaction. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if these questions add value to your preparation. We'll meet in the next video. Take care until then.